So the premise is that kids are really getting bored with existing social activities on the web and actually want to have more and more stuff kind of pulled together. They also want a more immersive experience, and they're getting that from The Sims and a lot of video games, but they're not getting that on the web. So what we're doing is bringing the immersive experience of The Sims, right, to the web, and integrating all the web into those spaces so they don't have to go jumping all over the place. And lastly, we bring real content into the space so that it's a real experience as opposed to a fairy tale or dressing like furries or something bizarre. It's about safety and security. Kids don't like skanky, weirdo, cross-dressing strangers walking into their rooms. So there's a notion of privacy and security, which is how they hang out offline, you know?
Right. So it's not a destination site. It's
That's right.
You can integrate into other platforms.
That's right.
Can you explain how that works a little bit?
Sure. So because we run in a browser, we can actually plant the page, the room, on anyone's web page. So we have 30, I didn't get to announce this much, but we have 30 tastemakers who are all celebrities who want to put their rooms on their pages. Everything is clickable. So if there's a product, you can click through and buy it. So first of all, there's an immediate CPA or acquisition that we get when a customer buys something. Secondly, you've got the whole CPM model, which is they're seeing the stuff in the rooms. So the Monster Energy drink is a CPM that we can actually track and tell the brand how long they've been watching and clicking on that bottle.
That's great. Do you think product placement like this is a trend that we'll be seeing a lot of? I know that it was mentioned as a future multi-billion-dollar industry of the web. Do you think
so I have 3 teenagers. I'm way too old in some respects to be starting this company because I don't have the DNA, but my kids do. And they all have said time and time again, Dad, I'm bored with banner ads. I'm bored with, I don't even look at them, I ignore them. But if you had real products in the room, I'd be all over it.
That's great. And so compared to the other sort of virtual spaces that exist, what sets this apart?
First of all, it's for casual users. So we run on Macs and PCs, and we run on any browser. You can't do that on Second Life or any other virtual space unless you're doing Flash. But if you're doing Flash, then you don't have that immersion and that sense of real experience, right? So that's the first thing. Just technologically, it's a much bigger audience. The second, obviously, is you saw the graphics, right, which were just arresting, really cool. And the physics and all the real activity you can do. And the third is, and this I think is really important, is it's an invite-only model. Kids work off their existing social networks. So they don't get intruded by, as I said, skanky guys cross-dressing as women, And if you ask a girl or a guy, do you want strangers in your site, in your room? They're like, no way. This is my room, in my space, and I don't want that. So those are the biggest areas of difference.